Welcome back, everybody, to the Dwemer Contingency. Speaking of which, I have a couple of things to talk about at the start of this episode before we dive into things today. Both of which beneficial to you at home. Yes, you sat there, Timmy and James. First things first, we are doing a giveaway over on Discord. So for those of you who aren't part of the Discord channel, links are in the description. Go ahead and have a look over there. All the instructions are over there, but essentially the way it's going to work is... long-time patron and friend of the channel, Sadini, has generously offered up many game keys, and I've thrown in a couple myself as well that I've had from Humble Bundles, things like that, and we're giving it back to you, the people. So if you want to enter, it's as simple as going over to Discord. The competition will be opening at 10 PM today. So that's 10 at night, 2 hours before midnight, and approximately, when does this video go live? Like 5 PM? So in about 5 hours time, if you're watching this, just this video's gone up, I'll put another announcement in Remod and another announcement in HIP. When HIP goes live, the competition will be live. It's in a Discord channel called Giveaway. Over there will be a message with a reaction on it. Add a reaction, and that's all you have to do to get into the competition. It is literally that simple. Winners will be announced over Discord, and I will send you messages over Discord. I'm also going to put up a video on the second channel just to prove it's all above board, and I'm not just, like, picking my favorite people in Discord or anything like that. Other thing, more relevant to this campaign as well, is that, the Dwemer mod, the culture, religion, building, whatever, retinue mod, is available on the Steam Workshop. So for those of you interested, you can head on over there. Links are in the description. You're looking for, it's called Dwemer Contingency Elder King submod. And that looks something a little bit like this one. So Dwemer Contingency Elder King's submod. This is part 1. So as I've explained on the Steam page, my reason for doing that is that I am making alterations and edits to the Eternal Architect Society, and that's not going to be included as part of this mod. So that one will be available probably at a later date when I've done a bit more updating, because that was built always for YouTube from the ground up. So I'm going to have to make that more suitable for a public release. But for now, it's got the 5 bookmarks, or it's got the 6, playable characters within the 5th bookmark, I should say. So it allows you to play as Dwemer culture. It's got the graphics, it's got the, updated culture, religion, whatever. So if you just want to play as a Dwemer, feel free to check that out. But if you would rather wait for the Eternal Architects, that'll probably be a couple of weeks before I've got that. And that'll be this society updated and ready to go. So the plan for today's episode is very simple. We're going to start taking back some of our provinces in Skyrim that we lost at the start of the series. Now we have a whole bunch of castles Bella against Skyrim, and of course we've got a very powerful ally standing by us as well. Jarl Harkon of House Volkihar there, the immortal vampire legendary mage, 23 martial and 30 learning, so he's a great ally to have. Started conquesting and forging himself his own sort of realm in Skyrim. So why don't we ally with him for the time being, and of course pick apart some provinces for ourselves as well. We're probably powerful enough to fight Skyrim alone, but obviously we want to have all the help we can here. 7,000 men, and of course they've got the Halfingar as an ally as well. They may be able to bring in Cyrodiil, because technically they are part of the Empire, but I'm not entirely sure. Probably check his pact or something. He's got some allies, but you've got to remember the King of Skyrim is also a Dragonborn, so any help we can get is duly appreciated. That also gave me an idea for what we can do to fight the Tribunal Temple. Of course, the Dunmer are our eternal enemies, the ones responsible for the death of the original, or disappearance, I probably should say, of the original Dwemer people on Morrowind, and of course in Skyrim as well to some extent. Those are our eternal enemies, and by conquesting Skyrim, it would give us access once again to the technologies we need to rebuild the Numidium, the gigantic Dwemer, the decision is completely gone because actually we don't control any of the provinces, but the gigantic Dwemer construct, which was built as sort of a god for the Dwemer people, and Tiber Septim actually used it to conquer a bunch of people as well. So I think we need to build ourselves a fresh one. My headcanon for this one is that we would use Ethereum to power it. So Ethereum is one of the last sort of technologies discovered by the Dwemer, and it's also a big part of, the Skyrim game, but also part of the big part of the sort of Skyrim geography as well. There were the many sites built under Skyrim, specifically for the research of Ethereum. So I think an Ethereum-powered Numidium would be a very cool way of conquesting our enemies, and our ultimate weapon to use against the Tribunal Temple. Not only that, with a little more influence in our society, and with hopefully some events that may fire this episode, we can learn how to use Wrathguard, and in turn use the tools of Kagrenak. Maybe we've learnt a lesson and probably won't fuck around with the Heart of Lorkhan again, because I think that's a bad idea. But it might allow us to build that Numidium, and of course it's all going to play together. So a lot of different weapons there to use against the Tribunal Temple. But I think we'll leave them for the time being. They're way too powerful, way too centralized. And Skyrim is looking fresh for the picking. And you know what? I want to take back our old capital. I want to take back our homeland, our original starting point all those episodes ago, Alftand itself. Now, the real question is, what Casus Belli is best right now? Because honestly, I have no idea. To be honest, we could basically go to war with them immediately, couldn't we? They've got 7,800 men. We have 17,000 men. Harkon has another 12,000. So even the combined might of Skyrim and the Halfengar wouldn't be able to stop us right now, I think. Obviously, we are at a disadvantage in the fact that our troops are sort of strewn across many different islands. But I think we'll be fine. Honestly, think we'll be fine. I've also had some more advice about some of the province targeting spells and what we should be using in combat, or what are the best ones to use in combat, I should say. So, that being said, let's take a look and sort of review what we can use against them. So if we declare war, we can press all claims, and that will give us Alftand and I assume the baronies underneath it. Priory of Hodelsheim, to our temple and our city that we also built in Alftand. They've also done us a favor and built us another city there. That's very kind of them. So we can just specifically take that province back, but I'm sure we've got Inquisitions against them, haven't we? We can claim various different things for our vassals here. We claim Markarth. Oh, wow. So that's cool. This is the original ruler of Markarth, and obviously when he was defeated by Skyrim, Markarth Brownlee, when he was defeated by Skyrim, the king of, he fled to our court, and I've since landed him. I didn't even realize that, but that's very, very cool. So this dude has been in since the, been in the start of the game, same as us. He's actually older than us. That's very, very cool. It's nice to see that he's still kicking around. So we could actually climb Markarth for that dude, and I think one of the other Dwemer Lords we also had an option to push their claim as well, didn't we? Yeah, Cold Perch. We've got all of them, I think. There's Cold Perch, Tarangrav. So the other ones are like Bleakwall, like I said, Arkwind, obviously Markarth. There's one all the way over here, but that's obviously been or somewhere in the Reach. It's kind of difficult to keep track of it at this stage, because the borders are a little bit fucked. What else we got? We can turn Skyrim into a tributary state, which would be awesome, but unfortunately, we don't have the right majesty level for it, apparently. Okay, fair enough. We also need to be much bigger than Skyrim, and clearly we're not. Inquisitions, right, this is what I think we fire. So we've got Blacklight, which is in Morrowind, Eastmarch, like any of these would be good. Eastmarch, we've got Ironbind, Olenveld. What about, like, Winterhold? Obviously, take Winterhold. This is good. This is a nice coastal province to grab. That gives us a nice little inroad into Skyrim. A good staging point, a lot of land, and more importantly, it gives us back Alftand. Downside to this is, though, nearby 8 divine rulers might ask to join High King Agranor in defense of their faith. That would also practically send an invitation to the Cyrodiilic Empire to attack us. So I think we maybe need to wait for these guys to go to war first, maybe distract themselves. Look at Kvatch as well. So normally Kvatch is obviously, Kvatch and the Colovian estates are generally swallowed up by Cyrodiil, but this time around they sort of carved their own kingdom out of Hammerfell. Very cool. That's kind of interesting. And of course we've got that other 8 divine, this is so odd. We've got the other 8 divine settlement in Pyandonia after Orgnum got kicked out. So that's also another thing that's sort of weirdly happened there. They are actually converting to 8 divines as well. It's not just one random king. That's so odd. That's like genuinely really, really strange how one person conquested and converted like some sort of weird inquisition into the Sea Elves. Honestly, I think the 8 divines are gonna win this. Green Pact is probably losing some religious authority because they've conquered into Valenwood quite significantly as well at this stage. Same with Kvatch, who are also obviously 8 divines. I think Cyrodiil, or specifically the 8 divines, the age of man is upon us. This is a little odd. Wow, what the? You got a Kamal dude in Alinor? You know what? I'm getting distracted. Anyway, we'll cross that hurdle when we get there. What's happening up in? I should probably check out Mora as well. So we've got Nords have taken back at Mora. Obviously, all the Frozen Kings are dead as well. This is so strange. We've really fucked up this world by coming back to life, huh? Anyway, Skyrim. Should we go for it? I mean, how many troops have Cyrodiil got, realistically? 39,000. Holy shit. But if we're quick, obviously, Dwemereth's sort of proximity to Winterhold is much, much closer than the Cyrodiilic Empire's proximity to us. Plus, we can also call in Volkihar, who can do some damage as well. Jarl Harkon. I think we do it. I think we do it. It's a very risky war, and in some ways, I'd say this is even more risky than the Tribunal Temple, because we sort of knew what we were getting into with that one. This, it's variable. Cyrodiil might join. Kvatch might join, because they share a land border. Are Hyrok also 8 divines? They are. What about Hammerfell? Hammerfell are still allocated. Okay, so we could be up against Hyrok, Kvatch, and Cyrodiil because they all share borders with Skyrim. This is going to be a mess, but I think it's going to be awesome. Okay, let's do it. Inquisition against Winterhold. We're here to Alftand, old man, and we won't take no for an answer. Now, Alftand, if it was Dwemer, we would also be able to build one of the foundry sites for Numidium. So there are 5 foundry sites that we need to capture to... They're all focused on different aspects of the Numidium, like mana storage, the actual metal production, the construction, the deployment, the logistics, all that crap is spread across Skyrim. So we need to take all 5 of those points before we can even start to rebuild the thing. And even that would require the tools of Rkungtunch. So we've got a long way to go before that's possible. But for now, this is a fantastic start. Just taking back Alftand would be incredible. But we've got a long war ahead of us, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Alright, let's go, team. Squad up. Now let's call in Rkungtunch as well. If he says no, we'll kill him. Maybe. Allied. Plus, 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 plus. I mean, it would cost him thousands and thousands of prestige, so I doubt he'll say no. Huh. What? Can we just keep calling him in? Oh, there we go. Okay, take 2. We've called him in, and he's actually agreed the second time round. That seems really odd that you could just keep calling him in until he says yes, but it also seems odd that he's saying no in the first place, considering this is like his mortal enemy. Was that even a prestige hit for him? Maybe it's not a prestige hit for the AI. Honestly, can't say I've ever really noticed. Anyway, let's raise our troops, and let's see what damage we can do here as quickly as possible. We need to act fast before, Kvatch or anybody else joins in. He hasn't even called in Halfingard yet. Chancellor just hasn't called in allies yet. Right, okay. What have we got? We've got 12,000 men on the capital here. Where are all my troops? Oh, did I already embark them? I did. Okay, right. It's still not much, but it's better than nothing. Why don't we also summon some Dremora? Something I really don't do enough of. It's an extra 1,000 men, essentially, for free, so there's no reason not to. Summon Dremora. Greater version of the spell. Boom, another 1,000 dudes. And, of course, the Dremora count as Heavy Daedra, so they're very, very powerful as well. Heavy Daedra and Lesser Daedra, so that's pretty decent. And it is affected by our magical education, which we have a lot of. I think that's actually... yeah, far and beyond our best sort of technological advance there. Right, let's go, team. Good luck. This is going to be a hell of a war. Has he called anyone else in yet? Still no. Okay, let's go for this quickly. Just hit Winterhold, hit Alftand. Those are probably the best promises there. Oh, a hunt will be perfect. I shall invite him to a banquet. Let's meet in private for some deep discussion. What is he like? It's martial and learning, isn't it? So, I guess either martial or... We'll go for learning, because learning is higher and he's got a learning education, so that might be more appropriate. Don't know why we're still trying to sway Rkungtunch. I wouldn't worry about it too much. We know that he wants to join war at the current, He's got 97 opinion, obviously. Yeah, fuck you, Rkungtunch, honestly. Why don't we try and sway the Cyrodiilic Empire and try and, maybe convince them that we're not really worth declaring war on? So they're at war with... Oh, shit. Okay, that's interesting. So Cyrodiil's actually gone to war with the Tribunal Temple, so they're nicely distracted. Kvatch still might join. Same applies to Hyrok, but I don't think we'll have to worry about it too much here. I think we've got this one in the bag. Right, split the troops. Let's send some up to Winterhold. We'll send some south to Alftand. We will personally... Oh, shit, we can gain the trait Diligent? Oh, that's awesome. Some hours pass as the discussion continues. Oh, shit, hang on. We started the event swaying Rkungtunch, and if you change target... That's odd. You can change target and carry on with the same event. Ah. There's some gameplay mechanics you could probably abuse there. Anyway, some hours pass as the discussion continues. We come to an impasse about the nature of the universe, with Octavia and I together at one side of the discussion. She looks at me, clearly waiting for me to make the first line of reasoning. I decide to be assertive in my reasoning, gain the trait Diligent. Do we not already have Diligent? Well, that's obviously a really good get. +1 to everything. Vassal Opinion +5 is quite nice, seeing as we are expanding quite heavily now. Vassal Opinion I'll have to take a much more active approach to. What happened there? As we subtitle the price. Oh, God, they are actually expanding quite... Oh, God. They're getting really aggressive with their expansion into Morrowind, huh? So, this is like a new Cyrodiilic Empire. Because obviously before they took, Skyrim and Kvatch for the sort of typical type of Septim Empire. Looks like this time they're probably going to take like Argonia, Morrowind, elsewhere. Little bits of Valenwood as well. Like I said, this might be just the end of the elves as we know. Which is a shame. Because as a dwarf, we're also an elf, as confusing as that is. Though the boar fought valiantly, what? We bring the beast down to loud cheers from our retainers. We had a discussion about, the metaphysics of hunting boars, apparently. Sure. What a hell of a way to interrupt our war here. So we're obviously going to lead the assault on Alftand. We know it best. We built the goddamn place. I feel like we're the most appropriate ones to fight it. So I was told, use the spell... Was it Decrease Garrison? I believe it was, but let me just double check here. Yeah, Decrease Garrison, I think was it. Oh, no, Decay Walls. That was it. It actually destroys the fort level. Look at this one. Boom. They've currently got 8.7 fort level. Cast a greater version of the spell. 5.7. We can now assault it down. That's an incredible spell. And apparently it stacks as well, which is... I think that just rhymed about 4 times. Apparently it stacks as well. So if we've got enough Magicka, we've got -1 Magicka right now somehow. But if we've got enough Magicka, we can keep blasting it and just decay it right down until, it makes it incredibly easy to grab, loot, artifacts, and obviously, like I said, assault it down, which is pretty useful. Let's go for it. Fuck it. Why not? We've got the men. Our men are quite powerful. Or we've got the elves, I should say. Let's try and preserve some of our culture, which are being very quickly wiped out. Alright, 25%. How are we doing here? No characters. So we're going to leave this one just to try and avoid taking so much attrition damage, because the marshal of your leaders affects the attrition you take as well. Are you really the best characters we've got for this? She has a rare artifact. What have you got? Ring of Aegis. Okay, fair enough. That's actually very good. I think we need to get rid of some of our commanders, because these boys seem a bit crappy. Oh, did we not call everyone in? We just called in Harkon and forgot to call in my other vassals. Not that they'll do anything, because they generally sit on their island, twiddling their Dwemer thumbs. Unfortunately, we cannot join your wars at this time. You're my vassal. You should be forced to join our war. We could assault that one down. Oh, that's a bit risky, though. Yeah, that's way too risky. Right, blast it then. Decay walls. Let's do it. Lesser version of the spell. What does the lesser version do then? I assume it'd be -1 to the fort level instead. Molag Bal's power is waxing. Of course, we are still worshipping Molag Bal, but that was just a sort of temporary thing. Until we can get back to worshipping Hermaeus Mora. Oh shit, they've actually landed some troops on the capital. Not that it matters, because it's only 2,000 men. But I will go and pick them up, actually. Or I will go and fight them off. We'll pick up some of our own troops to fight them off and get easy war score. As you're aware, it's traditional for high-ranking architects to assist our less experienced members. Sure. Learning -4. It's going to affect our mana regen, which it's quite expensive in hindsight. There should be probably a little bit of a gold cost associated with that as well in hindsight. Anyway, this is going pretty well. Something about Sanctuary I don't care about. There's much for a special interest. I wish you wouldn't do that, because I really don't care about these people, to be honest with you. Right, there we go. It's 5,700 men there as well. Is Harkon doing anything? No, he's just standing there. He's actually not doing anything at all. Loses trait diligent immediately for no reason. Thank you. Wonderful news. Our tactical actors in Darga. Okay, so 2 there. We've got Kagramez, Gold Ring, Ancient Nord Amulet. I'm going to save those, and we'll try and get the next level of the Ogma Infinium once again. So I feel like that's really the key to achieving our dreams there. Don't let your memes be dreams, people. What is this? Wait, the Olamid Duchy. Wait, she got us a Duchy level title? Oh shit, absolutely. Wait, is that a Duchy level title? I don't know. Trying to claim on the Olamid. It says Olamid Duchy, so I'll trust her on that one. It also costs us 654 gold, which implies to me it absolutely is a Duchy level title. It's because we want to rebuild like a Chima Kingdom here. What? It was. Oh shit. Oh, it's the whole thing. We didn't. Okay, we didn't get a claim on the Duchy of Cathinaqui, or however the hell you say that. We got a claim on the titular duchy that they hold, which is nuts. All right, we're going for that afterwards for the Chima restoration aspect of things. We're gonna make them our vassals, but you know it is all native Chima over there, so we'll try and keep it that way as well. I'm all about preserving cultures in 2019. Right, okay, said that way. Sorry, 3740. They have moved more troops onto Dwemereth? Is that what it's called? I can never remember what the capital's called. Sure, I think it's time we actually send some reinforcements to go and crush that one. We will personally deal with this. Let's go see what they've got. Right, Rkungtunch, you got to fight in your hands, my friends. Oh, they're just going to die to attrition. I suppose we could just wait, but no, you know what? Glory for the Dwemer people. Let's swap you out because you're goddamn awful. You're going to bring glory to no one, my friend. Oh, the actual strong claim on the... Oh, of course, yes, the Rkungtunch 2 classic. No, you know what? We're not actually interested in that one, my friend. Let's get you performing statecraft. Is she all right? She looks a bit, she looks a bit fucked. Oh, of course, no, she's got the brown rot. You poor woman. I'm so sorry. Doctor, give it to me straight. What is it? Oh, it's the brown rot. She won't last 5 minutes. Cure disease. Right, here we go. Oh, shit. No, we can't. Sorry. Serana, my beloved wife, my immortal beloved vampire wife. You're going to have to put up with the brown rot for a little bit longer because I spent all my magic summoning Daedra from the Realms of Oblivion. Sorry about that. I know it's a bit inconvenient. Defeat? Defeat? Wow. Wow. Well, firstly, Dumak's also trying to convert Serana. Can he? That'd be nice if he did, because she's more like Bal. Obviously, we'll just convert to Hermaeus Mora when we become Hermaeus Mora. Let it slide. I don't care. I don't want to convert people away from Hermaeus Mora, seeing as that is, you know, the faith that we actually do want to follow. My God. Defeat. I actually can't believe that. How did they manage that? Maybe they've got, like, combat and winter bonuses or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's kill this army here. Then we'll pit them up and actually go and save our main provinces. Right, there we go. 66%. That's actually set us back quite significantly, hasn't it? Minus 11% battle war score. You big shit. All right, no more defeat. Let's move in. 8,000 men. Let's see them. Oh, God, they're bringing in more troops. In Skyrim. Where is the actual king of Skyrim? Where is he right now? Oh, you know what? The Dragonborn King of Skyrim died, and it's now his son, Dragonblood. Fine. Agranol the Mad. Somewhere... Are you mad? Somewhere inside the Fog of War. Doesn't matter too much then. I think we've got this one in the bag. 1735-11. Come on. There we go. That's what we're after. 72% war score. Surrender? What? Why? Is he war with someone else? Oh, he is. The Bruma Conquest of Bannermist. Oh. Well, that's weird. So, Cyrodiil is... Oh, shit. Cyrodiil's not only being ripped apart, but they're also at war with Skyrim as well. Fine, except... Look at that. Nobody expects the Dwemer Inquisition, my friends. Titular Duchy of Sarthal. That's Dwemer, isn't it? Is Sarthal Dwemer? I don't think it is. I don't think that is a Dwemer name. We've got it back. Oh, God. We're 25 out of 10 on our domain limit. Oh, shit. Okay. With the Elder Kings, definitely do not ever unpause if you're this far over your domain limit. Otherwise, you will just get hit by those events constantly. That was a great war. We've actually taken back Alftand. This is great. Do you want to make it our capital again? Probably not, but that's fantastic. Now we can give away some crappy promises. We'll just give all this away. Honestly, to anybody. I really don't care that much. There you go. You, my friend, congratulations. Rkungtunch? Rkungtunch? Oh, shit. They're Cult of Morlag Bal. That was a mistake. They're all going to be Cult of Morlag Bal, aren't they? Oh, shit. What have I done? You fool. Oh, God. Now, we're going to need an Inquisition against that, but not right now. Okay, fine. Let's take a look then. So let's go search my culture, but not necessarily my religion. Gender, men. Oh, you know what? Any, because apparently it's full equality in this, isn't it? Ruler, no. Sort by stewardship. Spymaster of Crown, sure. Congratulations, you get Winterhold. If you could get rid of all of the Morlag Bal worshippers, that you would have my big appreciation for that one. You know what I'm going to do then? Let's do it the lazy way. You, my friend, get Castav. Congratulations, include lower titles. We've got Sarthal to give away as well. So again, anybody with high stewardship is absolutely at the top of my list here. Sarthal. This is cool that we're back on the mainland, though. Like, we've really, really needed that. Was that it? Was that the Barony of Sarthal? But it's not a barony, though. It's a county. My God, I hate it when they rename things like that. All right, we've got you. You're an engineer. You sound like a trustworthy Dwemer. You get Banner Watch. Okay, now this is big. Obviously, getting back on the mainland, plus... Oh, shit, I think we've got to convert it back to Dwemer, though, before we can build... We do. We've got to convert it back to Dwemer before we can build the first staging grounds for the Numidium. Man, that sucks. Okay, we'll give away Hodelsheim. What do we want to keep here? I think we want to keep Alftand, but we want to give away Hodelsheim, Wayward Pass, and Snowpoint. That would take us down to 13 out of 10. Shit, we still have to give something else away, too. Alright, there we go. Apparently we had a province up here on crappy island of Roscrea that we didn't really want, so that's that problem solved. Titular Kingdom of Winterhold is cool. How close are we to an empire, then? Can you just form a titular empire in this one if they removed it? No, they actually have removed it. So you would have to get a legitimate empire. You can't just hold, like, 2 to 3 kingdom level titles and just create a titular one. But that's a great start. Kingdom of Winterhold. That's a pretty significant place to grab, huh? Dwemer Winterhold. Nord Divines. It's going to take a long time to exterminate these people, but my God, we're going to... Wait, why can't we... Convert provincial culture. Slaughter them all. Alftand will be Dwemer once again. And it's not a case of it, you know, I feel like this is fair. I don't think this is the case of a genocide. We're just putting back what's been lost, you know. They genocided us. We're just doing what we have to do here. Commander, you know what to do. Massacring locals. Absolutely. It's been so long since we've had ourselves a good genocide. Now, I'm going to enforce martial law in Alftand as well, because generally, people don't like being genocided for whatever reason. I'll never understand it, but there we go. So we've got a marshal there trying to stop that from kicking off. Vital plot's been received from... I don't care. Right, we should probably check our plots as well, or keep a close eye. We've got lots of stop plots turned on, so we're fine. We do have a lot of vassals to manage now, which is pretty much for the first time this campaign. What do people think of us for the most part? We're quite well liked. This guy doesn't like us, though, because he wants Roscrea. We could give it away. Realistically, this island's doing nothing for us, and honestly, I don't really see the downside to... What did council say? Council say no. Oh, because they're all from Roscrea. Alright, you are sacked in favor of her. You are sacked in favor of her. Then we go back to Icarin, grant land settle Roscrea. This is going to improve our vassal opinion, because we have to genuinely concern ourselves with that these days. There you go. Include lower titles. Principality of Roscrea, because that's an elector title too. So by holding it, not only are we, you know, are we going to annoy them by holding a duchy they want, but the elector title is minus 30. So that should have solved most of our vassal issues. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. 100 with everybody besides, you know, some random crappy... Oh, Infidel? Shit. Wait, what? Why are you an infidel? Oh, because I specifically gave it to Dwemer people. Sure. Right, so we need to get rid of Molag Bal now. Thank you, Molag, but you are a massive pain in my ass. Guess we can convert back to Dwemer. There's no reason not to, right? Why can't we convert to... Are we zealous? No, we're not. Why can't we convert to... There we go. Convert to local religion. I think that's better than being Molag Bal. We might gain the trait of sympathy for Daedric cults. We didn't, but, you know, it would have been quite nice to have that. Can we force convert Serana? We absolutely can't. Request religious conversion has to have 80 opinion of us. Fine. I'm sure we can do that. Let's try and sway her. What if we send... Okay, send gift. We've done a ward honorary title, designated regent. How about now? 63. What if you were also the master of ceremonies? 68. What if you are also court mage? 83. There we go. Okay. And then we say actually convert away from... Request religious conversion. No more Molag Bal. Nice. She's now part of the Dwemer faith, which doesn't make any goddamn sense, but there we go. That should make her like us pretty permanently. That will keep our Dwemer vassals happy, but I would like to go back to, obviously, the cult of Hermaeus Mora. How are we going to do that, then? How the hell are we going to go back to the cult of Hermaeus Mora? Again, the only way to do it is have our Magister be the cult of Hermaeus Mora, which he is, and have him convert our capital province to... Shit, we can't, because we're now a different religion. Oh, that sucks. Okay, let me think. How would we do that? The only way to do it is take a province that is cult of Hermaeus Mora, make it our capital, and now convert to that one. Or kill Serana, marry someone who's... That would be completely pointless, though. Defeat the point of setting up this alliance in the first place. How are we going to do that? That kind of sucks. Oh, silly me. How could I forget that there's an employed Daedric Scholar button in the menu? Oh, I'm such an idiot. So what do we need? We need to have 25 learning or erudite, both of which we are. There we go. Right. Each Prince of Oblivion has a unique sphere and requires unique understandings to match. With the goal I've set aside, I should be able to find someone with useful insights. So we want to find ourselves a Scholar of Hermaeus Mora. Hooray! I hope this works. Of course it would work. It's part of the base game. Anyway, let's convert back to Hermaeus Mora and obviously get ourselves that Ogma Infinium. Nope, get out of here. Where's my scholar, though? Excuse me. Sorry? Seeks to kidnap Serana. Why? I'm going to untick auto-stop plots, and we'll see what trouble we can brew up here within the realm. We'll see what trouble, well, I should say, brews up within the realm, and we can obviously put a stop to it and ransom them off for plenty of gold. Aha, excellent. After some searching, I managed to contact the enigmatic Sauron, who claims to have made bargains with Hermaeus Mora in the past. Welcome aboard. She's Dwemer, though. As much about... Wait, what? Isn't she always supposed to be the... I guess I've never noticed that before. Never really thought to check. Sure, okay, maybe she's secretly... Hang on. Maybe when we join the cult? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so she's secretly cult of Hermaeus Mora. That would make sense. Welcome, a courtier. And this should have... There we go, we're back. Hermaeus, we're back for Volume 2 of the Ogma Infinium. Oh shit, we're already halfway there. And he's interventionist, and he's triumphant. That's great news. Right, let's make an offering. We're just going to do that. Do we have any prisoners? Close spellbook. Oh, we got 17 prisoners. I think it's time we adopt our secret faith. Why? Well, that gives us access to obviously sacrificing people, and I think we may be able to very, very quickly get the Ogma Infinium if we sacrifice all 17 of our prisoners. Are any particularly high value? Not really, but this is going to add up. Alright, there's our prisoner sacrifice, so let's send him any spare artifacts we got kicking around, and I think we've grabbed some crap, haven't we? So we send him a horse. We know how much... Hang on. There we go. We know how much Hermaeus Mora loves horses from our past. Mithril armor. It's hard to steal a light as a feather from what I've been told. Shit, I fucked it up. I'm a Dwemer as well with dwarf. Can't believe that we fucked that quote up. Right, what else we got? Gold ring. There you go, my friend. Shit, are we actually going to be able to claim the Ogma? It's going to be really, really close. We've got Ring of Happiness. We obviously want to keep. There's more Mithril armor we can send to him. 5,800. Holy shit. Edge Nord Amulet we're not using. That's another 300. My god, I think we're going to be able to get it next episode. Well, I don't think we're going to quite have enough for this time around. We're up to 6,200. That's like 3/4 of the way there. Anything else? That's it for now. But my god, look at that. Holy shit. A couple of Dragonbone swords. I might even specifically start next episode going out grabbing some Dragonbone swords or something for the next copy of the Ogma Infinium. Then we can pick either Legendary Diplomat, Legendary Marshal, Legendary... I don't actually know what the Intrigue one is in hindsight. Hang on, let's take a look. Agent, I think it is? Yeah, so Legendary Agent for the Intrigue bonus there. Man, that's really cool. We're going to leave that one here for today. You know what? I think that's a really great step in the right direction. 1/5 of Numidium. Well, not quite. We've obviously still got to flip it back to Dwemer so that we can set up the proper, prerequisites necessary to build it. But we've got to build the machinery necessary for Numidium, but that's stage 1. We've got ourselves back on the Skyrim mainland. We've taken back Alftand, which is a huge victory after that, crushing morale defeat at the Tribunal Temple in Vardenfell. So this is a really, really great thing for the Dwemer people. A good show of support there. Not only that, but Hermaeus Mora is back, and we're 3/4 of the way there to getting another copy of the Ogma Infinium. So this has been a pretty successful episode all round, I think. And you know who else is pretty successful? That's right, it's our insane top tier level patrons, if I can click the right window. Oh my god, what the hell has happened there? There we go. A big shout out to Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Haydog Zedini, Tim Bragg, Loris, Crosis, Vacuous Bacchus, Josh Lindeen Tesla, Michael Mullen, Mora, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Palvis Presley, Asuna Kirito, Conspired C, Jimbo, Orcswolf, Facuna Vasquez, Tom Terror 18, Average Gamer 419, Escape, Zazzy 7011, and Baniel. Thank you all for your support on the insane tier levels on Patreon. It is most appreciated. I was going to say much, but then I sort of changed it to most, and now it sounded wrong. And you know who else sounds wrong? That's right. I'm keep him mean, treat him keen? No, that's wrong. Nathaniel Lindbergh, Euphrates, I See the Great, Jack Allen, Wolfie, James Barnes, Betimus Max, Panther Pearls, Gabriel Van Ders, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, The Sage, Euron DeVries, Haj Dumar, Alpha Scuff, Don22 and 7, Zet McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, Zedeth, Asro, Nick, Will Wade, Hancock, Noah Gallimore, Fraser Brennan, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, John Holiday, Zico, Jay Lura, and Adam Wilson. Thank you all for your support and Patreon. And Patreon? What is going on? Why have I've done this outro 100,000 times at this point, and today I've truly messed it up.